Hey everyone, here's the latest regarding the Raiders and their quest to build a stadium in Oakland as part of the Coliseum City development idea. I'm going to read from my prepared text because there's a lot of moving parts here and it's been a long day. On Monday, Columbus Day 2015 and of this week, Oakland District 7 Councilmember Reid and Oakland City Administrator Claudia Cappio met for an hour and a half in the office of Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf and with Oakland Raiders President Marc Badain, Oakland-Alameda County Coliseum Joint Powers Authority Executive Director Scott McKibben, and Bruce Elieff and Pat Keliher, both representing SunCal. Thus, it is SunCal Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Bruce Elieff that's at least one of the rumored billionaire investors and developers that the Raiders are talking to, but he's not moving the team to Los Angeles. This is about Coliseum City in Oakland, and it's something that SunCal has been involved in for a few months now. The general objective of the Columbus Day meeting was to determine next steps in the city's proposal to the Raiders to come up with a new Coliseum City plan. Though no specifics were finalized, and the Oakland Athletics were not in the room. My sources say that the feeling now is the Raiders will not get the 24 NFL owner votes required to approve a relocation request to Los Angeles, although that idea will not stop the Silver and Black from filing for one. Moreover, the Raiders are expected to sign an extension of their current lease of the Coliseum, and perhaps even if not for one, then for 2 years. The Carson NFL LA stadium deal is not expected to work out in favor of the Raiders. From this, it is clear the Raiders are trying to work out a way to get a stadium deal done in Oakland. It's also clear the Coliseum City plan still has a housing component. And it's something that I think should be removed, and it's still making this more a land deal than a stadium deal, something that has upset the NFL from day one. It's also evident, from my point of view, that the lack of existence of a focused task force and a good competition between capable development groups is still the case to this day. Indeed, the overall strategy of the city of Oakland's side of the Oakland-Alameda County coin is to simply, for all practical purposes, just wait and let the LA events play out. That's not to say individual parties aren't working hard on this. They are. But there's no real coordination. What you want proof of this? Okay. Look no further than the fact that no one from the county of Alameda was in that room on Columbus Day. No one was in Mayor Schaaf's office that represented the county of Alameda directly. And the county of Alameda is not happy about it. And this continues the pattern of Oakland behavior toward the county of Alameda, where Oakland basically turns around and says, oh, well, we're going to have our own meetings, and we're not going to call the county. It doesn't matter whether it was Oakland Mayor Gene Kwan or Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf, the pattern of behavior continues. There's one constant, and that is Oakland City Attorney Barbara Parker. Okay? That's right. You heard that. Now bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right? The problem that many of my sources point to is that Barbara interprets the Ralph M. Brown Act so coldly that you can't have one Oakland member of the Joint Powers Authority meeting with one county member of the Joint Powers Authority in one room without public notice. That's hampered everything. When John Russo was the city attorney, he didn't look at the Brown Act as written in a way to prohibit such a gathering. So we were able to get more done, we being the JPA, the city of Oakland, the county of Alameda, so on. Not this time. And the other problem is that Barbara hasn't, while Barbara has said, okay, this is what you can't do, she hasn't told us a way, or excuse me, she hasn't fashioned a way around this. She hasn't created what in programming parlance would be called a workaround. So the parties are stuck, and the apparent dysfunction continues. And on top of that, the county of Alameda has not seen a proposal from the city of Oakland to allow it to buy this. Have the city of Oakland buy its share of the Coliseum the county is comfortable with. That hasn't happened yet, and we've been down this pipe for a few months now, right? Now, the other problem, as I see it, is aside from the dysfunction continuing, and I have maybe repeating myself, but here goes. The appearance of SunCal, which just earlier this year, 2015, put in an application to develop at Oakland, has the look of some kind of impropriety. Perhaps some influence peddling somewhere. You don't want that to creep into this deal. And right now, it has that look. It has that look. Now, that's the latest from there. Here's some house cleaning information. One of you asked, one of the commenters here on my YouTube channel asked if the hotel proposal that I came up with would have enough convention space. There would be enough ballroom space to host major NFL events, many major NFL events for Super Bowl if Oakland were to bid for and win a Super Bowl host right. Now, regarding the Raiders and my hotel concept, the Raiders say they don't want to base their future on whether or not a hotel will pencil out, or from their perspective. They haven't looked at my plan then, because my deal does pencil out. But their concern is whether or not the appropriate number of rooms will be filled. Look, we're talking about a 1,010-room hotel, but in my spreadsheet, it assumes 60% occupancy, which is just over 600 rooms, all right at the stadium. There are 4 million visitors to Coliseum annually, which conservatively translates to over 8.2 million room nights a year. The hotel only needs about 368,000 room nights a year to pencil out. And then get this, the Raiders are asking a question about my hotel complex and yet are willing to bet their future on a gimpy, iffy, super high PSL price in Los Angeles for a stadium that's never been done at a price that has never been that high in an area that has never, ever seen anything like that. Now you tell me which deal is better, mine or the one in Carson, excuse me. Come on now. That's absolutely ridiculous. My deal isn't based just on hotels. It's 10 different revenue sources. The simple fact that the Carson deal doesn't have as many revenue sources is the reason why it has that $300 million to $400 million financing gap that exists right now that's causing the NFL to go to the Players Union, hand out, asking for help. Come on, Raiders. Jeez.